Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm John Poe, an author specializing in short erotica stories. If you're passionate about writing erotica or simply looking to improve your craft, you're in the right place. On this channel, I share tips, tricks, insights on writing compelling and sensual erotica. My works are available on Amazon KDP, and you can find the links in the description box below to check them out. Today, we're diving into an incredibly important topic: crafting irresistible characters in erotic fiction. Without engaging and well-developed characters, even the most steamy scenes can fall flat. In this video, we'll explore how to create multi-dimensional characters that not only captivate your readers, but also add depth and realism to your stories. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to build emotionally rich and authentic characters, the importance of balancing physical attraction with emotional depth, techniques for weaving in consent and respect into your scenes, tips for creating dynamic and evolving relationships between your characters, and ensuring your characters and settings are both believable and immersive. These strategies will help you write erotica that is not only enticing, but also meaningful and engaging for your readers. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow writers who might benefit from these tips. Subscribe to my channel for more content on writing erotica, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. I love hearing from you, so leave a comment below with your thoughts, questions, or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and happy writing. Erotic fiction is more than just a genre. It's an intimate journey that delves into the deepest desires and fantasies of its readers. At the heart of this journey are the characters, irresistible, complex, and captivating individuals who drive the story forward and engage the reader's emotions. Crafting such characters is an art that requires a deep understanding of human nature, a flair for storytelling, and a dash of sensuality. In this video, we'll explore how to create compelling characters in erotic fiction, offering detailed insights, tips, and tricks to help you write unforgettable erotic stories. Erotic characters should be multidimensional, existing not merely as objects of desire, but as fully realized individuals with their own intricate stories, motivations, and emotions. This depth is what makes them relatable and engaging to readers. To achieve this, you need to create a rich backstory for each of your characters. This backstory adds multiple layers to their personality, providing context for their actions and explaining their motivations and desires in a way that resonates with readers. Think about the experiences that have shaped them, the people who have influenced them, and the pivotal moments that have defined their lives. These elements contribute to their current behavior and decisions, making them more authentic. Furthermore, a character's balance of flaws and strengths is crucial in making them realistic and relatable. Perfection is boring. It's the imperfections, the quirks, and the vulnerabilities that add intrigue and depth. A character's struggles, whether they are internal conflicts or external challenges, can evoke empathy and connection from readers. By showing how they confront and overcome these obstacles, you create a more compelling and human portrayal. Authentic characters resonate deeply with readers, creating a lasting impact that goes beyond the pages of your story. To achieve this authenticity, it's essential to ensure that your character's actions, thoughts, and dialogues are genuine and believable. Each character should react to situations in a way that feels natural and consistent with their established personality and backstory. This consistency is crucial because it maintains the integrity of the character and keeps the reader immersed in the story. For instance, a character who has a history of abandonment might exhibit cautious behavior in relationships, while a confident and assertive character might take bold actions in challenging situations. These reactions should align with their past experiences and intrinsic traits, making their behavior predictable yet compelling. Additionally, characters should express their emotions openly and honestly. This emotional transparency allows readers to connect with them on a deeper level, fostering empathy and understanding. When a character experiences joy, sorrow, love, or fear, these emotions should be portrayed vividly and sincerely, reflecting the complexity of real human experiences. Furthermore, incorporating internal monologues can provide insight into a character's inner world, revealing their hopes, fears, and motivations. This not only adds depth to their personality, but also helps readers relate to them on a more intimate level. Dialogue, too, plays a significant role in authenticity. It should be natural, reflecting the character's voice and background, and contribute to their development and the story's progression. By focusing on these aspects, you can create authentic characters that resonate powerfully with your readers, leaving a lasting impression. In erotic fiction, characters need to exude sensuality in a way that captivates and engages the reader on multiple levels. This sensuality goes beyond mere physical attractiveness. It encompasses charisma, confidence, and an almost magnetic allure that draws others in. Achieving this requires the use of descriptive language to convey body language that oozes sensuality. The way a character moves, looks, or touches can be incredibly telling and can significantly enhance their appeal. Consider the subtlety of a lingering gaze, the grace of a fluid movement, or the delicate touch of a hand. These actions, when described in detail, can evoke a powerful sensory response in the reader. For instance, the slow, deliberate way a character might brush a strand of hair behind their ear, or the confident stride they take across a room can speak volumes about their inner allure and presence. Furthermore, paying attention to intimate details can heighten the character's sensual appeal. Descriptions of scents, such as the lingering trace of a favorite perfume or the natural scent of skin, can create a more immersive experience. Textures, too, play a vital role. The feel of soft fabric against the skin, the smoothness of a touch, or the roughness of stubble can add layers of sensory depth to your characters. Subtle gestures are equally important. The casual way a character might run their fingers along the rim of a glass, the gentle caress of a partner's cheek, or the intensity of a whispered word can all contribute to an atmosphere of sensuality. These details help create a vivid, tactile world that engages the reader's imagination and senses, making the characters feel more real and their interactions more profound. By combining these elements, charisma, confidence, body language, and intimate details, you can craft characters that are not only physically appealing, but also deeply sensual and compelling. This multifaceted approach ensures that your characters resonate on a deeper level, drawing readers into their world and making their erotic journey all the more enticing. Begin with familiar archetypes like the seductress, the brooding loner, or the confident alpha. These archetypes provide a solid foundation because they are instantly recognizable and come with built-in traits that readers can quickly understand and relate to. However, to make your characters stand out and feel truly unique, it's essential to add unique traits and backstories that subvert these initial expectations. Take, for example, the archetype of a mysterious stranger. This character might initially appear aloof and enigmatic, drawing others in with their air of mystery and intrigue. However, to add depth and complexity, give this character a hidden vulnerability or an unexpected hobby that contrasts with their outward persona. Perhaps this mysterious stranger is secretly a talented painter, spending their nights creating beautiful works of art that reveal a softer, more sensitive side. This unexpected detail not only adds layers to the character, but also provides a rich source of tension and intrigue as their hidden life slowly comes to light. Similarly, the seductress archetype could be subverted by giving her a backstory that explains her behavior and adds depth to her motivations. Maybe she uses her allure and charm as a shield to protect herself from past traumas or insecurities, making her both powerful and vulnerable. This complexity makes her more relatable and human, allowing readers to empathize with her on a deeper level. The brooding loner, often depicted as emotionally distant and solitary, could be given a unique twist by introducing a surprising passion or soft spot. Perhaps this character, who shuns social interactions and appears cold, has a deep love for animals and volunteers at a shelter in their spare time. This unexpected hobby reveals a compassionate side that contrasts with their stoic exterior, adding depth and richness to their personality. For the confident alpha, adding unexpected traits can make them more relatable and multidimensional. This character might exude strength and leadership, but giving them a secret fear or a vulnerability can make them more compelling. Imagine an alpha character who, despite their outward confidence, struggles with a fear of failure or a deep seated insecurity about their past. This hidden aspect of their personality can create a fascinating dynamic as they navigate their relationships and personal challenges. By starting with familiar archetypes and then adding unique traits, backstories, and unexpected details, you can create characters that are both instantly recognizable and intriguingly complex. This approach not only subverts reader expectations, but also adds depth and richness to your characters, making them more engaging and memorable. As a result, your erotic fiction will benefit from characters that resonate with readers on multiple levels, drawing them deeper into the story and creating a more immersive and satisfying experience. Characters in erotic fiction need clear and compelling motivations for their actions. These motivations drive the plot forward and create the essential tension that keeps readers engaged. Understanding and articulating what your characters want is fundamental to crafting a captivating story. Ask yourself, what do they want? Why do they want it? How far are they willing to go to achieve it? These questions help in building characters with strong, believable motivations. To deepen these motivations, it's important to develop both internal and external conflicts. Internal conflicts are the emotional and psychological struggles that your characters face. These might include feelings of guilt, fear, desire, or insecurity. For example, a character might be torn between their attraction to a forbidden lover and their loyalty to a current partner, creating a rich emotional landscape that adds complexity to their actions and decisions. External conflicts, on the other hand, are situational and relational challenges that characters encounter. These could involve obstacles posed by other characters, societal expectations, or physical barriers. For instance, a character might be pursuing a relationship with someone from a different social class or navigating a long distance romance, which presents practical and social challenges. These external conflicts add layers of difficulty and stakes to the character's journey, making their pursuit of desires more engaging. To illustrate, let's consider a character who is deeply in love with someone, but is also committed to a professional goal that requires relocation. Their motivation to succeed in their career, external conflict, clashes with their desire to maintain a romantic relationship, internal conflict. This duality creates a rich, dynamic tension that propels the story forward and makes the character's journey compelling. Additionally, motivations in erotic fiction can be tied to deeper themes such as power dynamics, self discovery, and liberation. A character might be motivated by a desire to break free from societal norms and explore their sexuality, which can lead to both internal struggles with self acceptance and external conflicts with societal judgment or family expectations. This multi layered approach not only enriches the character, but also adds depth to the narrative, making the story resonate on a more profound level. Furthermore, consider how these motivations evolve over time. Characters should experience growth and change as they confront and overcome their conflicts. For example, a character initially motivated by a need for validation through multiple sexual encounters might, through their journey, discover a deeper need for genuine connection and intimacy. This transformation adds a satisfying arc to the character's development and keeps the reader invested in their story. By thoughtfully crafting characters with clear, multifaceted motivations and developing both internal and external conflicts, you can create a nuanced and engaging erotic narrative. These elements ensure that your character's actions are driven by believable and relatable desires, adding depth to their personalities and making the overall story more compelling and immersive. Dialogue is a powerful tool in erotic fiction, serving multiple purposes that enrich the narrative and engage the reader. Through dialogue, writers can reveal character traits, build tension, and enhance intimacy between characters. The way they speak to each other, the words they choose, and the subtext behind their conversations all contribute to a richer, more immersive story. One of the most effective uses of dialogue in erotic fiction is to create chemistry between characters. Playful, witty dialogue can establish a dynamic and engaging interaction that highlights the characters' personalities and builds sexual tension. Banter and flirtation, filled with double entendres and clever comebacks, can convey attraction and desire without explicitly stating it. This type of dialogue not only entertains, but also draws readers into the characters. Budding relationship, making the anticipation of their eventual physical connection all the more tantalizing. In addition to playful banter, deep emotional conversations are crucial for revealing vulnerabilities and deepening the connection between characters. When characters open up about their fears, dreams, past experiences, and insecurities, they become more relatable and human. These moments of honesty and emotional exposure allow readers to see beyond the surface, fostering a deeper understanding and empathy for the characters. Such conversations can serve as pivotal points in the story, where characters bond over shared experiences or support each other through personal struggles, thus strengthening their relationship. Moreover, dialogue can be used to heighten sexual tension and anticipation. Characters might engage in suggestive conversations that hint at their desires and fantasies, creating a charged atmosphere that keeps readers on edge. Subtle, sensual exchanges can convey longing and attraction, setting the stage for the eventual physical encounters. This type of dialogue, when done well, can make the build-up to intimate scenes even more compelling, as the reader eagerly anticipates the culmination of the character's verbal flirtations. Dialogue also allows for the exploration of power dynamics and consent, which are essential elements in erotic fiction. Characters can negotiate their boundaries, express their desires, and establish mutual consent through their conversations. This not only ensures that the interactions are respectful and consensual, but also adds another layer of realism and depth to their relationship. Through these dialogues, readers can witness the characters' mutual respect and understanding, which enhances the overall intimacy and trust between them. Furthermore, dialogue can be used to develop the world and context of the story. Characters' conversations can provide insights into their backgrounds, professions, and social environments, helping to flesh out the setting and add authenticity to the narrative. Through their interactions, readers can learn about the characters' cultural nuances, personal values, and social dynamics, which enrich the story and make the characters' experiences more vivid and relatable. Dialogue is an indispensable tool in erotic fiction that serves to reveal character traits, build tension, and enhance intimacy. By using playful, witty exchanges, writers can create chemistry and anticipation between characters. Deep, emotional conversations reveal vulnerabilities and foster a deeper connection, while suggestive dialogue heightens sexual tension. Additionally, dialogues about power dynamics and consent ensure respectful and consensual interactions, adding realism and depth. Finally, dialogue helps to develop the story's world and context, making the characters' experiences more vivid and engaging. By mastering the art of dialogue, writers can craft compelling erotic fiction that resonates with readers on multiple levels. Use actions and interactions to reveal character traits rather than relying solely on explicit descriptions. This approach allows readers to infer and understand the depth of your characters through their behaviors and choices, making them feel more organic and real. A character's actions during intimate moments can reveal a lot about their personality, providing insights into their confidence, tenderness, assertiveness, or vulnerability. For instance, a character who takes the time to carefully undress their partner, paying attention to every detail, might be showing their meticulous nature and deep appreciation for their partner's body. On the other hand, a character who hesitates or fumbles might reveal a layer of nervousness or inexperience, adding depth and relatability to their persona. What's left unsaid can be as powerful as what's spoken. In moments of silence or minimal dialogue, much can be conveyed through body language, eye contact, and physical proximity. The lingering gaze of a character, the way they touch, or their reaction to a lover's touch can speak volumes about their inner desires and emotional state. For example, a simple act of holding a partner's hand tightly during a moment of vulnerability can indicate a deep need for connection and reassurance, even if the character never verbally expresses this need. Use subtext to convey hidden desires and emotions. Subtext allows readers to read between the lines, picking up on the unspoken tensions and attractions that simmer beneath the surface. A character might say something innocuous on the surface, but their tone, choice of words, or the context in which they say it can reveal much more. For instance, A casual compliment delivered with lingering eye contact and a slightly hushed tone can indicate a deeper, more intense attraction. Moreover, consider the significance of seemingly mundane actions and how they can reflect deeper character traits. A character who consistently ensures their partner's comfort, like adjusting pillows or bringing a glass of water after an intimate moment, showcases a caring and considerate nature. These small gestures build a more comprehensive picture of who the character is beyond their sexual persona. Interactions with secondary characters can also reveal important traits. How a character interacts with friends, family, or even strangers can provide clues about their core values and personality. A character who is kind and respectful to service staff, for example, demonstrates empathy and humility, which can contrast or complement their behavior in more private, intimate settings. In addition, nonverbal cues can play a significant role in revealing character traits. The way a character responds to physical touch, their posture, and their facial expressions can all convey rich information about their inner world. A character who stiffens at a gentle touch might have a history of trauma or be unaccustomed to physical affection, while one who leans into the touch might be seeking comfort and closeness. Ultimately, showing rather than telling allows for a more immersive and engaging reading experience. By using actions, interactions, and subtext to reveal character traits, you create a layered and dynamic portrayal that invites readers to invest in your characters and their journeys. This approach not only enhances the depth and realism of your characters, but also enriches the overall narrative, making your erotic fiction compelling and emotionally resonant. While erotic scenes are central to the genre, they should always serve the story and character development, rather than exist solely for their own sake. This means that these scenes should be woven seamlessly into the narrative, enhancing the overall plot and offering insight into the characters' relationships and personal growth. To achieve this, it's crucial to create a gradual buildup to intimate scenes, heightening anticipation and ensuring that the payoff is deeply satisfying for the reader. Building anticipation involves carefully pacing the story so that the characters' interactions naturally lead to moments of intimacy. This can be done through a series of smaller, tension-filled encounters that progressively escalate in intensity. For instance, a casual touch, a lingering look, or an almost kiss can build the sexual tension between characters, making the eventual consummation of their desires feel inevitable and intensely gratifying. In addition to pacing, the context and emotional stakes of each erotic scene should be clearly established. Every intimate moment should advance the plot or deepen character relationships, ensuring that it contributes meaningfully to the overall story. This can be done by using erotic scenes to explore characters' vulnerabilities, reveal hidden desires, or resolve or heighten existing conflicts. For example, a lovemaking scene might serve as a moment of reconciliation between two characters who have been at odds, or it might expose underlying tensions that lead to new conflicts. Moreover, the physical and emotional responses of the characters during these scenes should reflect their personalities and the dynamics of their relationship. A character who is usually confident and in control might show a rare moment of vulnerability, while a more reserved character might reveal a surprising depth of passion. These moments not only enhance the eroticism of the scene, but also provide deeper insights into the characters, making them more complex and relatable. Ensuring that each erotic scene is purposeful involves integrating it into the larger narrative arc. This means that the scene should have consequences and impact the story moving forward. For instance, an intimate encounter might lead to new complications in the character's relationship, such as feelings of guilt, jealousy, or unexpected emotional attachment. These consequences can drive subsequent plot developments and character interactions, keeping the story dynamic and engaging. Additionally, consider the thematic elements of your story and how the erotic scenes can reinforce these themes. Whether your narrative explores power dynamics, freedom of expression, or the journey of self-discovery, the erotic content should align with and enhance these themes. This creates a cohesive and resonant story that goes beyond mere titillation, offering a richer and more meaningful reading experience. Finally, pay attention to the sensory details in your erotic scenes. Vivid descriptions of sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures can immerse the reader in the moment, making the experience more intense and evocative. However, balance is key. While detailed, the descriptions should not overwhelm the narrative flow. Instead, they should complement the emotional and psychological aspects of the scene, creating a holistic and immersive portrayal of intimacy. While erotic scenes are a central component of the genre, they should always serve the story and character development. By creating a gradual build-up to these scenes, ensuring they advance the plot or deepen character relationships, and integrating them meaningfully into the narrative, you can craft a compelling and emotionally resonant story. This approach not only heightens the eroticism, but also enriches the overall reading experience, making your fiction memorable and impactful. Engage the reader's senses to create a vivid, immersive experience that transports them into the world of your story. To do this effectively, start by describing appearances, settings, and subtle visual cues with rich, evocative language. Paint a detailed picture of your characters, capturing not just their physical attributes, but also their mannerisms and expressions. For example, describe the glint of mischief in a character's eyes, the curve of their smile, or the way their hair catches the light. The setting, too, should be brought to life with precise and sensory-rich descriptions. Whether it's the opulent decor of a lavish bedroom, the cozy warmth of a secluded cabin, or the cool, shadowy corners of a hidden alcove, every detail helps to create an atmosphere that draws the reader in. Use sounds to enhance the atmosphere and intimacy of your scenes. The auditory dimension can add a layer of realism and emotional depth. The soft rustle of clothing being removed, the gentle murmur of whispered words, the rhythmic cadence of breathing, and the distant sounds of the environment all contribute to a fully realized scene. These auditory details can heighten the sense of presence and make the reader feel as if they are right there with the characters, experiencing the moment firsthand. Describe textures and physical sensations in detail to further immerse the reader. The tactile experience is a powerful way to convey intimacy and connection. Describe the softness of a lover's skin, the roughness of a stubbled cheek, the smoothness of silk sheets, or the firmness of a grip. These textural details not only add depth to the physical interactions, but also evoke emotional responses, making the scenes more impactful and memorable. The sensation of a fingertip trailing along a spine, the press of lips against a neck, or the warmth of a body close to another can all convey profound intimacy and connection. Incorporate smells and tastes to evoke a more visceral response from the reader. The sense of smell is closely linked to memory and emotion, making it a powerful tool in storytelling. Describe the unique scent of a character's perfume, the earthy aroma of the surroundings, or the faint hint of sweat and pheromones. These olfactory details can evoke specific moods and memories, deepening the reader's engagement with the scene. Similarly, the sense of taste can add another layer of sensory immersion. Describe the taste of a kiss, the flavor of a shared drink, or the sweetness of a lover's skin. These taste sensations can enhance the intimacy of the moment and make the experience more tangible for the reader. Additionally, consider the interplay of these senses to create a fully immersive experience. How do the visual and tactile elements combine to create a particular mood? How does the soundscape of a scene enhance the emotional intensity of the physical interactions? By thoughtfully integrating all five senses, you can create a rich tapestry of sensations that captivates the reader and brings your erotic scenes to life in a deeply immersive and engaging way. To engage the reader's senses and create a vivid, immersive experience, it's essential to describe appearances, settings, and subtle visual cues with precision. Use sounds to enhance the atmosphere and intimacy. Describe textures and physical sensations in detail, and incorporate smells and tastes to evoke a visceral response. By weaving together these sensory elements, you can create a fully realized world that draws the reader in and makes your erotic fiction not only compelling, but also profoundly resonant. Pay attention to the pacing of your narrative and the rhythm of your prose, as these elements are crucial in maintaining the reader's interest and emotional investment. A well-paced story allows for a natural progression of events and emotions, creating a balanced and engaging reading experience. Begin by taking your time to build sexual tension before the payoff. This slow buildup is essential in erotic fiction, as it heightens anticipation and makes the eventual release more satisfying. Introduce small, subtle moments of attraction and desire early on, and gradually increase their intensity. This could involve lingering glances, accidental touches, or flirtatious banter that leaves both the characters and the reader craving more. To keep the reader engaged, mix slower, more descriptive passages with faster, more intense scenes. The slower passages can be used to develop characters and deepen emotional connections, allowing readers to savor the growing intimacy. Use these moments to explore the characters' thoughts, feelings, and backstories, providing insight into their motivations and desires. Rich, descriptive language can evoke the sensuality of a scene, drawing readers into the character's world and making them feel every nuance of the experience. In contrast, faster, more intense scenes should be used to convey the urgency and passion of the characters' interactions. These scenes can be charged with energy and emotion, propelling the narrative forward and providing climactic moments that punctuate the story. The rapid pace can mimic the heightened arousal and fervor of the characters, creating a visceral impact on the reader. These intense scenes can serve as turning points in the narrative, where significant developments in the plot or the character's relationship occur. Balancing these varying paces within your narrative requires a keen sense of timing. Avoid rushing into erotic scenes too quickly, as this can diminish their impact. Instead, allow the tension to build naturally, ensuring that each step in the progression feels earned and authentic. Conversely, be mindful not to let slower passages drag on for too long, as this can cause the reader to lose interest. Striking the right balance involves varying the rhythm and flow of your prose to maintain a dynamic and engaging pace. Additionally, consider the use of sentence structure and paragraph length to influence the pacing. Longer, more complex sentences can slow down the narrative, creating a languid, sensual feel that is ideal for building tension. Shorter, punchier sentences can increase the pace, heightening the sense of urgency and excitement. By varying the length and structure of your sentences and paragraphs, you can control the rhythm of your prose and enhance the overall reading experience. Moreover, use dialogue strategically to break up descriptive passages and add immediacy to the narrative. Conversations between characters can reveal their chemistry, desires, and conflicts, providing a dynamic counterpoint to the more introspective or descriptive sections. Well-crafted dialogue can also quicken the pace, making the scene feel more immediate and alive. Paying attention to the pacing of your narrative and the rhythm of your prose is essential in creating an engaging and satisfying erotic story. Take your time to build sexual tension before the payoff, mixing slower, more descriptive passages with faster, more intense scenes to keep the reader engaged. Use sentence structure, paragraph length, and dialogue to vary the pace and maintain a dynamic flow. By carefully managing the pacing and rhythm of your prose, you can craft a compelling narrative that captures the reader's attention and emotions from start to finish. Ensure your characters grow and evolve throughout the story to keep the narrative dynamic and emotionally resonant. Character development is a crucial element in any fiction, and in erotic fiction, it adds a deeper layer of engagement and relatability. Characters should undergo significant changes, driven by their experiences and relationships. These transformations make the characters feel real and relatable, allowing readers to connect with them on a more personal level. In the beginning, establish your characters' starting points clearly. Define their desires, fears, strengths, and weaknesses. These initial traits serve as the foundation for their development. As the story progresses, allow their experiences and interactions to challenge these traits, pushing them towards growth and change. For instance, a character who starts off as emotionally guarded due to past traumas might gradually open up as they experience genuine affection and trust from another character. This evolution makes the character more complex and their journey more compelling. Themes of redemption, growth, and self-discovery can add profound depth to erotic fiction. Redemption arcs can be particularly powerful, especially if a character is grappling with guilt or past mistakes. Their journey towards forgiveness, both from others and themselves, can be deeply moving. This process might involve confronting past actions, making amends, and ultimately finding peace and acceptance. Such a storyline not only enriches the character, but also adds an emotional weight to the erotic elements of the narrative. Growth and self discovery are equally important. Characters should learn and evolve through their experiences, discovering new aspects of themselves and their desires. This might involve a journey of sexual awakening, where a character explores and embraces their sexuality in a way they never have before. Such a journey can be liberating and empowering, showcasing a positive and transformative aspect of the character's arc. The relationships they form and the challenges they face along the way contribute to this growth, making their story arc more satisfying. Consider, too, the role of relationships in character development. The interactions and connections between characters can be powerful catalysts for change. A character might start off as independent and self-reliant, but learn to value and seek out emotional intimacy and partnership through their relationship with another character. Alternatively, a character who has always defined themselves through their relationships might learn to find strength and identity within themselves. These evolving dynamics can add richness and texture to the narrative, making the characters' journeys more intricate and relatable. Additionally, character growth can be reflected in their actions and decisions. As they evolve, their choices should reflect their newfound understanding and growth. This could be shown in how they handle conflicts, approach relationships, or pursue their desires. For example, a character who once avoided confrontation might learn to stand up for themselves and assert their needs, indicating their growth and increased self-confidence. These changes not only enhance the character, but also drive the plot forward, creating a more engaging and cohesive story. By ensuring your characters grow and evolve throughout the story, you can create a narrative that is not only erotically charged, but also deeply meaningful and emotionally rich. This approach allows you to explore complex themes and human experiences, adding depth and resonance to your erotic fiction. The characters' journeys of redemption, growth, and self-discovery make the story more compelling and memorable, leaving a lasting impact on the reader. Research thoroughly to ensure authenticity in your characters and settings, as this adds a layer of realism and credibility to your narrative. When characters and settings are authentic, readers are more likely to be drawn into the story and become emotionally invested in the characters' journeys. To achieve this, it's essential to delve deeply into the details that shape your characters and the world they inhabit. Be mindful of cultural and contextual nuances to avoid stereotypes and inaccuracies. Understanding the cultural backgrounds, societal norms, and historical contexts of your characters can prevent misrepresentation and enhance the richness of your story. For example, if your character belongs to a specific ethnic or cultural group, take the time to learn about their traditions, values, and everyday experiences. This understanding will help you create more nuanced and respectful portrayals, avoiding the pitfalls of cliched or one-dimensional characters. Similarly, consider the setting of your story and its impact on your characters. Whether your narrative takes place in a bustling urban environment, a quiet rural town, or a historical period, each setting comes with its own unique characteristics and influences. Researching the geography, climate, local customs, and historical events of your chosen setting can help you create a vivid and immersive backdrop for your story. This attention to detail ensures that your characters interact with their environment in believable ways, enhancing the overall authenticity of your narrative. If your character has a particular expertise or interest, research it thoroughly to portray it convincingly. For instance, if your character is a chef, immerse yourself in the world of culinary arts. Learn about different cooking techniques, kitchen dynamics, and the sensory experiences associated with food preparation. This knowledge will allow you to write with authority and depth, making your character's passion and expertise feel genuine. The same principle applies to other professions and hobbies. Whether your character is an artist, a scientist, a musician, or an athlete, understanding the intricacies of their field can bring authenticity to their actions, dialogues, and thought processes. This research not only adds depth to the character, but also enriches the story, making it more engaging for readers who may share or admire the character's interests. Additionally, if your story involves specialized knowledge or complex themes, such as medical procedures, legal processes, or technological advancements, accurate and detailed research is crucial. Misrepresentations or factual errors can disrupt the narrative flow and undermine your credibility as a writer. By ensuring that you have a solid grasp of the subject matter, you can write with confidence and authority, creating a seamless and believable story. Consider also the psychological and emotional aspects of your characters. Researching psychological theories, human behavior, and emotional responses can help you create characters with realistic and relatable inner lives. Understanding how people process trauma, experience joy, or navigate complex relationships can add depth and authenticity to your character portrayals. This understanding can inform your character's motivations, reactions, and development, making them more compelling and multifaceted. Incorporate firsthand experiences where possible. If feasible, immerse yourself in the activities or environments your characters inhabit. This could involve traveling to the locations you're writing about, engaging in similar hobbies, or interviewing experts in relevant fields. These experiences can provide valuable insights and sensory details that enhance the realism of your story. By committing to thorough research and being mindful of cultural, contextual, and subject-specific nuances, you can ensure that your characters and settings are authentic and engaging. This dedication to accuracy not only enriches your narrative, but also shows respect for the diversity and complexity of human experiences. In turn, this authenticity helps create a more immersive and impactful reading experience, allowing readers to connect deeply with your story and its characters. Avoid relying on cliches and stereotypes, which can make your characters feel shallow and unoriginal. Cliches and stereotypes not only fail to engage readers, but also risk perpetuating harmful biases and oversimplifications. Instead, strive for originality and depth in your characters to make them stand out and resonate with your audience. This involves moving beyond surface-level traits and delving into the intricate details that make each character unique and compelling. Start by giving your characters well-rounded personalities that go beyond common tropes. Instead of defaulting to the typical bad boy, damsel in distress, or stoic hero, think about what drives your characters on a deeper level. What are their fears, hopes, dreams, and insecurities? By exploring these inner dimensions, you can create characters who are relatable and multidimensional. For example, a character who appears confident and charismatic on the surface might struggle with self-doubt and a fear of vulnerability. This contrast adds depth and makes the character more human. Develop complex, multifaceted relationships rather than simplistic, one-dimensional ones. Relationships in your story should reflect the complexity of real human interactions, with all their nuances and layers. Avoid oversimplified dynamics where characters are either entirely good or bad, entirely supportive or antagonistic. Instead, create relationships that evolve over time and reveal different aspects of the characters involved. For instance, two characters might start as rivals, each driven by their own goals and misunderstandings. As the story progresses, they might discover common ground and develop a begrudging respect for each other, eventually becoming allies or even friends. This evolution should be gradual and influenced by their experiences and growth, making the relationship feel organic and believable. Similarly, explore the dynamics of familial relationships, friendships, and romantic connections with the same level of complexity. A sibling relationship, for example, might be marked by both deep affection and intense rivalry, shaped by years of shared history and individual differences. Romantic relationships can be particularly rich ground for complexity, involving power dynamics, emotional vulnerabilities, and the interplay of past traumas and future aspirations. To further enhance the originality and depth of your characters, consider their backgrounds and environments. Characters are shaped by their cultural, social, and historical contexts, which influence their perspectives and behaviors. Take the time to research and understand these contexts, ensuring that your characters' actions and attitudes are authentic and grounded in their reality. This approach helps avoid stereotypes and instead presents characters who are products of their unique experiences and environments. Additionally, give your characters meaningful arcs that reflect their personal growth and transformation. A character arc is a journey that takes a character from one state to another, often involving significant challenges and revelations. This journey should be driven by the character's internal and external conflicts, leading to a resolution that feels earned and satisfying. Whether it's a journey of self discovery, redemption, or empowerment, a well crafted arc adds depth and dimension to your characters. Consider incorporating contradictions and complexities that mirror real life personalities. A character might be fiercely independent, yet crave deep connections. Or they might be outwardly composed, but internally chaotic. These contradictions make characters more lifelike and engaging, as readers can see reflections of their own complexities in them. Moreover, pay attention to the subtleties of your characters' interactions and the subtext beneath their dialogues. What is left unsaid can be just as important as what is spoken, revealing hidden desires, fears, and tensions. This subtext adds layers to the relationships and invites readers to look deeper into the characters' motivations and feelings. Avoid relying on cliches and stereotypes to ensure your characters are neither shallow nor unoriginal. Strive for originality and depth by giving your characters well-rounded personalities, developing complex relationships, and grounding them in their unique contexts. By focusing on these elements, you can create rich, multifaceted characters that stand out and leave a lasting impression on your readers. While description is important, overly descriptive passages can slow down the narrative and disengage the reader. It's essential to strike a balance between rich, evocative descriptions and the momentum of the story. Descriptions are vital for setting the scene, developing the atmosphere, and giving readers a vivid picture of the characters and their surroundings. However, when descriptions become too lengthy or detailed, they can disrupt the flow of the narrative and cause readers to lose interest. To maintain pacing and interest, balance descriptive passages with action and dialogue. Action scenes drive the plot forward, creating a sense of urgency and excitement. They show characters in motion, making decisions and facing challenges, which keeps the readers engaged. Dialogue, on the other hand, reveals character traits, advances the story, and builds relationships. Conversations between characters can be dynamic and engaging, breaking up long descriptive passages and adding immediacy to the narrative. In practice, this means interspersing your detailed descriptions with scenes of action or exchanges of dialogue. For instance, rather than spending an entire paragraph describing a character's appearance, you can reveal these details gradually through their actions and interactions. Describe the character's unique features as they move, speak, or react to events around them. This approach keeps the reader's attention while still providing the necessary visual information. Consider using descriptive language that serves multiple purposes, enriching the narrative without overwhelming it. For example, instead of merely describing the setting, incorporate how it affects the characters or how they interact with it. The old, creaking house loomed over them, its shadows casting a sense of foreboding that made their hearts race with every step. This description not only paints a picture of the house, but also conveys the character's emotions and heightens the tension of the scene. Another technique is to weave descriptions into the dialogue and action seamlessly. As characters engage in conversation or navigate their environment, slip in descriptive details that enhance the scene. For example, during a heated argument, you might describe how the flickering candlelight casts sharp shadows on their faces, highlighting their intense expressions. This method keeps the scene dynamic and the narrative moving while still providing the reader with a vivid image. Additionally, be mindful of the rhythm and pacing of your prose. Vary sentence lengths and structures to maintain a lively flow. Short, punchy sentences can increase the pace and create a sense of urgency, while longer, more complex sentences can slow things down and allow for reflection or detailed description. By varying your prose in this way, you can control the pacing of the narrative and keep the reader's interest piqued. Moreover, prioritize what needs to be described in detail and what can be left to the reader's imagination. Focus on key elements that are crucial to the story or character development, and avoid overloading the reader with unnecessary details. Trust your readers to fill in the gaps with their imagination, which can often lead to a more engaging reading experience. While description is important in creating a vivid and immersive world, It's essential to balance these passages with action and dialogue to maintain pacing and interest. Interweave descriptive details with scenes of movement and conversation. Use descriptive language that serves multiple purposes and be mindful of the rhythm and pacing of your prose. By doing so, you can create a dynamic and engaging narrative that captivates readers from beginning to end. Without an emotional connection, erotic scenes can feel mechanical and unengaging, failing to resonate with readers on a deeper level. It's crucial to imbue these scenes with emotional depth to make them impactful and memorable. Characters should be more than just physical beings. They need to possess rich inner lives and emotional complexities that make their interactions feel genuine and meaningful. By doing so, you create a bond between the characters and the reader, making the erotic moments more profound and resonant. Ensure that your characters have emotional depth by developing their backstories, motivations, and personal struggles. Understanding what drives your characters and what they have experienced in the past allows you to create more nuanced interactions. For example, a character who has been hurt in previous relationships might approach intimacy with a mix of desire and trepidation, creating a poignant and layered dynamic. These emotional undercurrents can add a significant dimension to erotic scenes, transforming them from mere physical exchanges into moments of vulnerability and connection. Their interactions should be charged with genuine emotion, reflecting the character's evolving relationship and individual growth. This involves showing how their feelings for each other develop over time, influenced by their shared experiences and personal revelations. For instance, a scene that begins with playful teasing might evolve into a moment of deep emotional intimacy as the characters open up about their fears and desires. This progression not only heightens the erotic tension, but also deepens the emotional bond between the characters, making their connection more authentic and engaging. Incorporate subtle cues and nonverbal communication to convey the emotional depth of the characters' interactions. Body language, eye contact, and small gestures can speak volumes about what the characters are feeling, often more powerfully than words can. A lingering touch, a meaningful glance, or the way one character reacts to the other's presence can all convey intense emotions and add layers of meaning to the scene. These elements help to create a rich tapestry of emotion that enhances the erotic experience for the reader. Dialogue is another powerful tool to convey emotion in erotic scenes. Meaningful conversations that reveal the character's thoughts and feelings can create a strong emotional foundation for their physical interactions. Whether it's a whispered confession, a tender reassurance, or a passionate declaration, dialogue can deepen the emotional connection and make the erotic moments more resonant. The words exchanged during these scenes can reveal vulnerabilities, build trust, and enhance the sense of intimacy between the characters. Furthermore, consider the broader emotional arcs of your characters and how the erotic scenes fit into their overall journey. Erotic moments should contribute to character development and the progression of the relationship. For example, an intimate scene might serve as a turning point where characters confront their insecurities and grow closer as a result. These moments of emotional and physical intimacy can be pivotal in their journey, driving the narrative forward and adding depth to the story. Additionally, use sensory details to enhance the emotional impact of erotic scenes. Vivid descriptions of sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures can create an immersive experience that engages the reader's senses and emotions. Describing the warmth of a touch, the softness of a whisper, or the scent of a lover's skin can evoke powerful emotional responses and make the scene more vivid and compelling. These sensory elements help to create a multi-dimensional experience that resonates emotionally with the reader. In conclusion, without an emotional connection, erotic scenes can feel mechanical and unengaging. To ensure that these scenes are impactful and resonate with readers, it's essential to develop characters with emotional depth and create interactions charged with genuine emotion. Through well-crafted backstories, meaningful dialogue, nonverbal communication, and sensory details, you can transform erotic moments into powerful, emotionally charged experiences that enrich the overall narrative and deepen the reader's connection to the characters. Consent is crucial in erotic fiction, as it lays the foundation for respectful and ethical storytelling. Ensuring that characters always respect each other's boundaries not only reflects responsible writing, but also enhances the emotional and relational depth of the narrative. When consent is portrayed explicitly in your scenes, it reinforces the notion that all interactions are consensual and respectful, which is essential for creating a safe and enjoyable reading experience. Make consent explicit in your scenes by clearly depicting how characters communicate their desires, boundaries, and comfort levels. This can be achieved through verbal affirmations, body language, and mutual understanding. For example, a character might ask their partner if they are comfortable proceeding, and their partner's enthusiastic response can reinforce that both parties are eager and willing participants. These explicit moments of consent can be woven seamlessly into the narrative, adding a layer of realism and authenticity to the interactions. Characters should be aware of and respect each other's boundaries and comfort zones throughout their encounters. This involves continuous communication and sensitivity to each other's needs and limits. For instance, if a character expresses hesitation or discomfort at any point, their partner should immediately acknowledge and respect that boundary, stopping or adjusting their behavior accordingly. This respect for boundaries not only ensures that the scene remains consensual, but also deepens the trust and connection between the characters. Incorporating consent into your erotic fiction also provides an opportunity to explore themes of communication and trust. Show how characters discuss their boundaries, preferences, and fantasies openly and honestly. This dialogue can be a powerful tool for character development, revealing their vulnerabilities, desires, and mutual respect. Such conversations can enhance the intimacy of the relationship, making the erotic scenes more meaningful and emotionally resonant. Additionally, demonstrating enthusiastic consent can be both sexy and empowering. Characters who openly express their desire and consent contribute to a positive and consensual portrayal of sexuality. This can be shown through verbal affirmations, eager participation, and mutual pleasure. By highlighting the importance of enthusiastic consent, you not only promote healthy sexual interactions, but also create scenes that are both respectful and arousing. It's also important to depict consent as an ongoing process. Consent should be revisited and reaffirmed throughout intimate encounters, acknowledging that boundaries and comfort levels can change. Characters should check in with each other regularly, ensuring that both parties continue to feel safe and comfortable. This ongoing communication reinforces the respect and care they have for each other, adding depth to their relationship. Moreover, addressing consent in various contexts can add richness to your narrative. Whether your characters are exploring new aspects of their sexuality, navigating power dynamics, or deepening their emotional connection, consent should always be at the forefront. For example, in a scene where characters are trying something new, discussing and agreeing on boundaries beforehand can enhance the trust and excitement of the encounter. Similarly, in scenarios involving power play or role playing, clear and explicit consent ensures that all actions remain safe, sane, and consensual. By making consent a central element of your erotic fiction, you contribute to a culture of respect and mutual understanding. This approach not only aligns with ethical writing practices, but also enhances the authenticity and emotional impact of your story. Readers are more likely to connect with characters who demonstrate respect and care for each other, making the narrative more compelling and relatable. Consent is crucial in erotic fiction, as it ensures that interactions are respectful and consensual. Make consent explicit in your scenes through clear communication, mutual understanding, and ongoing affirmation of boundaries. By portraying characters who respect each other's comfort zones and engage in enthusiastic, consensual interactions, you create a narrative that is both responsible and deeply engaging. This focus on consent enriches the emotional and relational depth of your story, making it resonate more powerfully with readers. Crafting irresistible characters in erotic fiction is a delicate balance of depth, authenticity, sensuality, and storytelling. By creating multidimensional characters with rich backstories, clear motivations, and engaging dialogues, you can captivate your readers and keep them coming back for more. Remember to balance eroticism with story. Use sensory details to enhance the experience and ensure that your characters grow and evolve throughout the narrative. With these tips and tricks, you're well on your way to writing unforgettable erotic fiction that resonates with readers on a deep emotional level. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explored the art of crafting irresistible characters in erotic fiction. I hope you found these tips and insights helpful for your own writing journey. Remember, creating characters with depth and authenticity is key to engaging your readers and bringing your stories to life. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow writers. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps me continue to create valuable content for the writing community. I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions, so leave a comment below and let me know what you think. If there are any topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, feel free to mention those too. And don't forget to check out my published works on Amazon KDP by clicking the links in the description box. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.